Welcome back, folks, to Bamma Badbeat 2 here live from the Commerce Casino in Commerce, California. We are on a Pro-Am show, and like we mentioned all the time, you get to see the levels of the mixed martial artists in developmental stages of their careers, some very promising amateurs, but now, the back half of the card, all pros, no cons, all pros, and some exciting fighters are making the early stages of their pro career matter, and they're doing it here.
Yeah, the amateurs are fun to watch, watching them get better as they go along to pros. Now we're going to see the guys that get a paycheck for a living, guys that can spend a lot more time training and at the gym because they're making a paycheck and a living in mixed martial arts. Enough talk, let's get right to it. Fight number one in the professional ranks.
Tail of the tape for our lightweight matchup, Jason The Troublemaker Williams, 5'10", 155 pounds, a BJJ, and wrestling with a sprinkle of Muay Thai to his style.
He'll be facing Albert Rios, a.k.a. El Boogie, fighting out of PKG and the Fight Academy. Mixed style, he likes to go with the flow, based out of Los Angeles as well. He is 12-5 in his professional career.
Both of these guys can keep a high pace. I've seen them both fight before. One of the big differences might be the experience. Rios, 12-5, Williams, 50-50 at 2-2.
We'll see how big of a difference it makes. Round number one, Albert Rios versus Jason Williams.
3 5-minute rounds scheduled for the matchup. Rios in the red taped gloves, dark trunks with yellow writing, dark trunks with the red and white writing, blue taped gloves, Jason The Troublemaker Williams. And Williams is a troublemaker. He's learned to refine his style since his earlier fights and his amateur experience, but he tends to fight at an incredibly fast pace, almost to the point he tires himself out.
Yeah, he's causing trouble for Albert Rios right now. Rios shot in for a double leg. Williams just shucked him off like nothing, landing some ground and pound. Rios is still here now, trying to find a takedown. Williams having none of it.
Williams probably the more athletic of the two, definitely a high-level athlete. He's got great skills, but Rios is the more well-rounded and experienced fighter. So the more refined Williams gets, the more dangerous he's going to be.
Rios now has that single leg that we know he wants. See if he can get Williams down with it.
Williams from All In MMA. Rios from PKG Fight Academy.
And a good takedown by Rios, but Williams right back up. Nope. Rios is able to keep him down. Now Rios is on top in the half guard of Jason Williams.
Rios is a guy who's got good cardio, not only a testament made by his previous fights, but also he likes to go mountain biking. He also enjoys fishing, but I'm not sure how much cardio goes into fishing.
Yeah, I think it's more opposite when you're drinking beer while you're fishing. You can't fish without drinking beer.
No, I think that does, however, speak to probably his level of patience when he's in a competitive situation. If you can outsmart a trout, you might be able to outsmart Jason Williams.
Oh, and a big sweep by Jason Williams. Albert Rios goes ass over tea kettle with that throw, but he's still in on that single leg. It's back up, double unders.
3 minutes left in the opening round. Professional mixed martial artists here at Badbeat 2, Bamma USA. We're in the showroom at the Commerce Casino.
Relentless on that single leg is Albert Rios. He's like a pit bull. He's refusing to let go.
Rios, a battle-tested fighter. Williams, a guy willing to test anybody who wants to be battle-tested.
You can see a big height difference here, and that's making a difference in the takedowns. When Rios is trying to lift him up, the legs of Williams are so long. Even if Rios has it gripped and lifts it up, he's still, if Jason Williams is on his tippy toes, he's able to avoid getting lifted off the ground.
Yeah, again, I've watched Williams in his very short career now at 2-2, and I've seen him improve, even in the fights that he's lost in the 2-2 record. He's gotten better. He's had people work on refining and just getting him to calm down and settle in.
And there's that single leg by Rios. Williams getting right back up.
And you can't get careless and too frantic and keep that frenetic a pace against Rios because you'll make mistakes, and Rios is savvy enough to catch them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And we are seeing a little bit more of a disciplined Jason Williams. He's still doing what he does best, still going for the big moves. But you're right, he's calmed down a little bit. He's using his explosiveness when he needs to and not just using it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the gas tank, keep the pace as high as you can without running out. But make sure you know where the finish line is. If it's going to be the full distance, you don't know if you're going to have to go it. Be prepared. Don't make the mistakes to give the opponent a chance to take you out. And we're seeing more of that intelligence by Williams as his career, a young career, but a career nonetheless, evolves. Minute 25 left in the opening round. Our referee in charge, Larry Landless, watching the action.
Good little takedown there by Williams. Good because he gets him down and he's in the side mount, avoiding the legs of Rios.
Williams has a wrestling background. We're seeing signs of that. Rios says he likes to go with the flow. The problem is you don't want to let a guy like Jason Williams flow.
Yeah, the path of least resistance is kind of what he means there by going with the flow, not forcing things that aren't there. But when Williams is the one forcing things, it's hard to flow out of it.
Yeah, he's going to make you feel like a salmon going upstream. And Williams can continue
sweep. Doesn't get it, but he gets out.
And Rios showing some of that experience and some of that technical skill that he has.
And another single attempt by Rios.
Good balance by Williams, denying that takedown.
Right back up to the feet.
An experience differential with 17 fights for Rios and only 4 for Williams in total. But the gap in experience not making itself known here.
Yeah, Williams is doing a good job of staying. A great double leg slam there by Jason Williams.
He flipped Rios like a flapjack.
Yeah, but he flapjacked right back up. He didn't stay down.
Let's look at what made Williams Rios round number 1 exciting, and it was having to deal with the pressure of Williams. Williams, again, even though he's becoming more harnessed as a fighter and not as reckless and too high-paced, he is always putting on pressure.
Yeah, we've seen him go out there just crazy, just like he's been stuck with the caffeine needle. But instead, he's still being aggressive, but he's using most of his energy in the right direction this round.
Larry Landless getting ready to kick off the round. 5 minutes on the clock. Ooh, Williams, some good strikes. Rios got caught by something, but not too clean. Leg kick by Rios misses. Williams has that wide, bright-eyed, he's seeing peripheral vision, or almost like 360 around him. He sees everything.
Yeah, head on a swivel if you want to use a football terminology. Just kind of always aware of what's going on, not overly focused on one thing.
Yeah, he needs to become more and more bridled as an athlete and harness what he's got, because I think he's got a lot of physical attributes that are going to work for him.
And Rios there's that single leg that he's wanted the whole time, and he gets it in spectacular fashion with a big dump. Now he's going for a Kimura here, sitting in side mount. Now he's in north-south position.
Works to the other side.
Now. A lot of fighters have a favorite side they like to work from. Williams wriggled out right out of there.
Yeah,
and now he's got the back of Rios. Great transitioning there by Jason Williams.
And good timing, too. He did it when Rios was looking to change position, and he capitalized on Rios' movement.
And a Kimura attempt here by Albert Rios. That wrist is out. This could be trouble. This could definitely be trouble for Jason Williams. And he's out.
Williams not an easy guy to submit, and Rios has a good bag of tricks in his submission game for sure. El Boogie,
Williams now in the guard of Albert Rios.
Albert Rios nicknamed El Boogie. Jason Williams, the Troublemaker. Both guys living up to those names.
Now in the half guard.
3 minutes left in the round. Williams in the red taped gloves. Rios from the blue corner. Rios on the bottom right now.
Working for an armbar. Nope, Jason Williams wriggles out of it.
Now off to the side. Not looking to parry around to the back is Williams. He's just dropping some shots in there.
Rios tried to do a little sweep there by holding on the wrist and rolling. Williams was able to defend it.
Double butterfly guard in by Rios. You could see him looking to sweep, but nope.
Not enough action. We're getting a stand-up, some quick stand-ups today. Referee Larry Landless saying, hey, you guys better get moving every second of every minute second that you're on the ground, otherwise I'm going to stand you back up.
Quick leaping right hand by the Troublemaker, Jason Williams. Another right hand by Williams. Larry Landless won't let a lull in the action happen. Uppercut by Williams. Rios answers with a couple of shots of his own. I don't think either one of these guys want to have a toe-to-toe slugfest. I think they both know the other one can hit.
Yeah, and they're also both grapplers by trade as well. And when that's your comfort zone, that's where you feel like you have the best advantage, even if the other guy's a grappler as well. And that single leg, once again, Albert Rios' bread and butter.
And then Williams takes a seat. He concedes the takedown. Rios now trying to take complete control. Williams says no, back to his feet. Looking to control the head of Rios, pummeling under there with the right arm. And he's back in the position he wants to be. And knees from Williams.
Great knee. Both fighters' mouths wide open, gasping for breath. There's nothing more tiring in mixed martial arts than the grappling aspect of it. Trying to move another man that doesn't want to be moved, that is your same size. Very, very grueling on the body and taxing on the cardio.
Now working for the Kimura again on the outside. The left arm of Williams is Rios. 50 seconds left in the round.
Seems like he's in a safe position, though. Now back in north-south position. Jason Williams on top.
Couple of submission options he's got from this position should he go for them. Mouthpiece comes out.
Spits it out, and Williams puts it right back in without missing a beat.
Rios did not even know. That's how in control Williams is right now. He was able to accommodate his own mouthpiece. Now back to his feet is Rios. 20 seconds left in the round, pressing Williams up against the cage. A very close battle between Jason the Troublemaker Williams and Albert L. Boogie Rios.
Yeah, basically a wrestling match we're seeing today.
Final seconds of the round.
That's it, 2 rounds down, 1 round to go.
More Bamma USA Badbeat coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back, folks. Third final round. 5 minutes on the clock, scheduled for 3 of these 5-minute rounds. More Williams versus Rios. And who doesn't want that? This has been very exciting, very even fight.
Yeah, a lot of grappling in this fight, especially the second round. Basically a wrestling match inside of a cage.
Williams with the black trunks with white and some red trim. The black with the yellow writing with the red tape gloves is Albert L. Boogie Rios.
Good counter right hand by Rios, lands to the chin of Williams.
Leg kick followed by a punch by Williams. Right hand by Williams puts the gloves of Rios. Right hand to the midsection by Williams. Williams is showing some good boxing capabilities here.
Yeah, varied attack. Now he needs to play off of those strikes. To land a good right straight or a good jab like that, he needs to follow up with the combination. There he is.
Big right hand right up the fight from Williams.
Rios says, okay, I'm done with that. Going back in for the takedown.
Rios landed one good left hook in those striking exchanges, but for the most part, Jason Williams had a Rios-seeking missile effect on his right hand.
Yeah, definitely the most striking we've seen in this fight so far. Rios getting the worst of it.
Williams showing some crisp striking, too. He's got the shoulders of a boxer who would have some good power on those shots. And some torque. Knee to the midsection by Williams. Rios eats another knee to the midsection. Williams with the tie clinch now. Expect more knees if you're Rios. So he does, and he pulls back. 3.5 minutes left.
Williams' mouth is wide open. He is tired. He's not showing it in his actions. He's being pretty fluid here and still throwing some strikes and still moving well, but you can tell he is sucking wind.
Both mouths open to Rios the same way, breathing heavy. Jab by Williams. If Williams can circle and move and keep picking those shots, I think Rios is too tired to follow him.
He's setting the groundwork here. You know, he was landing those single strikes at first. Right when we mentioned he should start throwing combos, he does. There we go.
Here we go. Yep.
And he's getting angles to vicious uppercut. Just misses. Left hook to the head.
Wow.
Rios is wobbled. Rios is hurt. Right hand lands. Great shots by Williams here, taking command in the third round. Down goes Rios.
Wow, Rios is eating a lot of leather now. Troublemaker living up to it, and there's still 2.5 minutes of that for Rios to deal with.
Williams trying to finish here halfway through round number 3. Rios hanging tough, though.
Wow, Albert L. Boogie Rios, one tough customer. His head looks clear. There might be some cobwebs in there, but he doesn't look like he's out of it. His eye's not rolling back. He's defending himself. He's tied up Williams.
Combination of fatigue and the shots that he's taken from Williams.
Well, Williams making a case for what I was saying. Some of those little strikes he did in the beginning looked like he had a good striking game. Then when he opened it up, he sure did. Yeah,
a lot of times it's just confidence. You know, when you've got a grappling background, you're learning your striking, you're getting better and better. Maybe you can be really good at hitting the mitts and sparring, but when you get in there, sometimes you just don't have the confidence in your own abilities. And it's fights like this where you can say, wow, Jason Williams can say to himself, I got a pretty good striker, I should start using it more. And of course, Larry Landis loves his stand-ups.
You know who had confidence in Williams striking? I did.
You saw something that maybe even he didn't.
I saw a flash of something that looked really sharp, and when he continued it, it worked. We'll see if he takes advantage of the stand-up that Larry gave him, because he has to know he met some success with that, and Rios knows. That's why he immediately dropped the level right there.
Yeah, but it's pick your poison at this point. Do you want to take the strikes of Williams standing or underneath him? Because that's really all he's doing.
I think underneath him is a better option for him if he's going to take them, because at least he can cover up and try to ride it out or try to maybe get a submission. But on the feet, he was eating way too many shots. When Williams opened up instead of teeing off, he was just overwhelmed.
Nearly finished, too. But credit to him, that was a minute and a half ago, and he's still surviving, mounting almost no offense, but he's surviving. Rear naked choke attempt. He doesn't have the right position to finish this. I don't know if it's under the chin. This would be a weird situation.
39 seconds left in the fight, in the round. Williams looking for a choke from the side. Not able to do it, now dropping shots. He opened this whole exchange with a knee to the midsection. It looked like it hurt Rios. And now with just 25 seconds, Albert Rios is in a whole world of trouble here.
We're seeing a coming of age of Jason Williams. He's finding his striking. He's beating guys with way more experience than him, very savvy guys, and beating them at their own game in a lot of ways. Winning a lot of the wrestling, obviously winning the striking in this round.
Yeah, on paper, Rios beats Williams on experience and on his skill set and being well-rounded. But in the cage, Williams doesn't care about paper.
Fantastic way to finish round number 3. Jason Williams and Albert Rios both exhausted. Neither one of them have gotten up off the canvas, Williams included, sprawled out on his back. Happy as can be, but he's a tuckered out young man.
And that he should be. He tuckered himself out with an effective performance. Both guys have made the ticket price well worth being here. And that right hand, and here's some of the heated exchanges too. When Williams let his arsenal on his feet go, that guy can strike.
Look at the face of Williams as he's throwing those punches, just smelling blood.
That's the trouble. Right hand there against, and see, he hits the lead right hand, and he immediately moves off to the side. He didn't stand in front of Rios waiting to be countered right where Rios would expect him to. He would land and move.
And he is throwing everything he's got into these punches, a lot of them landing that right hand. That was the one that nearly dropped Rios, or did drop Rios. So I would give it a 10-8 round. I can see Williams winning this fight pretty unanimously.
That's right. So if you're an odds maker on the Troublemaker, let's find out exactly how that went down. Joe Martinez.
All judges Stephen Davis and Jackie Dakin have it 30-26. All three for your winner by unanimous decision. The Troublemaker, Jason.
Well, he's obviously got his energy back, jumping up and down, very excited, and as he should be, beating Albert Rios, a very seasoned veteran, and only your 5th mixed martial arts fight in a spectacular fashion. Both two judges agreed with me that last round, a 10-8 for just the shellacking he laid on Rios, both standing and on the ground.
Yeah, Jason the Troublemaker Williams, I think, has a promising future ahead of him as a pro.
I agree.
He went from being all over the boards with having no control, being careless. That may account for the 2 losses that he has. Now, more refined, more skilled, only getting better. And a win over a guy like Rios, who's that savvy, says a lot about where he's going in his career. Now, something about where we're going to break. We'll be back with more Bamma Badbeat 2, that's English for dose, coming up next after the break. Stay with us, we beg you.